Welcome to Wrestling News and Opinions. And right here, we got a change of pace. We got some WWE 2K15. This is actually the Xbox 360 version. I prefer that version. It has 62 more variants, so it's like a lot more fun. But anyway, this is like my career mode, and we had Jericho versus Fandango. Hadn't done a video in a while, so I figured I'd just put this up there. You know, I've been keeping up with wrestling, but I haven't been able to, really do as much videos. It's been really busy, and, I haven't been able to pay as much attention to it. And if I can't give 100%, then I'm not going to necessarily just throw something up there if I don't really have the time to really go in depth and actually take the time to watch everything, like, all the way through, in a very detailed manner. Whereas, like I said, I've been keeping up with it. I've been watching what I can, but I haven't been able to quite had the time to sit there and watch, the numerous hours of wrestling that's on every week. I have been keeping up with it, but I'm not going to, put up a video about it unless I actually sat there and watched it and paid 100% attention to it to give, a genuine, honest opinion about what happened, not just from if I read what happened or someone told me what happened, or maybe if I just fast forwarded through it on the DVR. I'm not going to just come on and say, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. That's why I haven't seen videos, in the past, few weeks, really. Plus, really a lot of it has to do, too, with the whole thing with Money in the Bank, with Sheamus, not really happy with that, so I just kind of like, what, I don't have the time necessarily with the summer. It just kind of coincided, just kind of like coincidentally with summertime and everything. Just been really busy, just trying to, pay the bills and everything. Haven't had as much time to be able to, put up wrestling videos and watch as much wrestling with as much focus and attention to be able to give you, that 100% dedication to make it, as good as possible. And I'm not going to give you a half-assed video. That's the thing. I'm not going to just come on here and tell you, oh, Raw was this or Raw was that or this and that. If I just happen to, like I said, read it or have to, skim through it or talk to somebody who told me about it or whatever. You know what I mean? So, I said I have been keeping up with it. And there's been some cool stuff like the Finn Balor match. That was awesome, with Kevin Owens over in Japan. I thought that was a pretty good overall too. Jericho, against Adrian Neville, even though I would have liked to see Neville win. I like Jericho and all. I thought Jericho did a good job in that match in particular, but at the same time, Neville is a step ahead of Jericho. Of course, Jericho, he's not in his prime. He's still, though, I'll tell you what, even at his age, Jericho, that match right there showed that he can still perform at a level that is just as high or higher than a lot of the top performers. So definitely you gotta give Jericho his props and respect for the match that he did perform. But the thing is, that's also a credit to him that when you look at a match like that, it was a good match. I thought Jericho did a great job, but he was just even that much better in his prime. And so I think Jericho, without a doubt, is going to be easily a Hall of Famer. If it was like baseball or football, I'd say he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Of course, that's not how it works with the WWE Hall of Fame, but I do believe he's definitely a future Hall of Famer. He's one of the most decorated champions, the top intercontinental champion, voted by the WWE Universe. And I'd listen to Talk Is Jericho. I like Talk Is Jericho. I stopped listening to it though because the whole drama, what's going on with Piper and Austin. I can't support a company that censors, I don't believe in censorship, and with what happened, with them censoring Rowdy Piper, I actually listened to the Stone Cold podcast when they first had played it, and, I was wondering why they took it down, and then to find out it was like they censored it. Man, I got police sirens outside. There's some fire engines. Anyway, I'm sure everything's okay. They're not coming here. Anyway, but I was saying with Austin and, Piper, I think that's pretty lame that he actually told them to take down that episode and then got Roddy released from his Legends contract. That's pretty, whack. And Podcast One, with how they treated Piper, they said, I'm not going to listen to any of the podcasts on that channel anymore. And Piper moved to somewhere else, so now I'm going to listen to him over there. And there's so many podcasts out there. Like, everybody has a podcast. This is basically a podcast. So, I mean, even though we have the video game right here, did you see that superplex off the top rope, Jericho to Fandango? That was awesome. I should be calling this action, going for the pin. Oh, but Fandango kicks out. This is one heck of a match. I'm Jericho rather, and my bro is Fandango. I'm actually recording the audio after the fact, but that's why you don't hear any buttons mashing. But this is from My Career. It's the pay-per-view Elimination Chamber. But anyway, yeah, there's so many podcasts out there. I think the best is Art of Wrestling. Cole Cabana. I like the Bullet Club. The Hoots over on MLW.com. Talking Shop, that's an awesome podcast. Cornette got a podcast. Ric Flair's podcast, over there on Play It. Taz got a podcast. Like Meltzer got a podcast. All those guys got, Wrestling Observer, PW Torch. There's Sam Roberts. There's so many podcasts out there, and that's just wrestling podcasts. That's not to mention all the other podcasts that are out there too, like Mark Maron and, Kevin Smith, and there's just so many of them, out there. A lot of good podcasts. So, podcast one, I had listened to a lot of their stuff, but I mean, if they're going to be censoring people, I don't want to listen to something that's censored. That's one of the main reasons I love Talking Shop. Anyway, right here, I'm not even calling it actually, Jericho, man, with the walls of Jericho. Hey, Jericho submits Fandango. There's the replay. Jericho. Now you know. It's Jericho. And now you know why I can't listen to his podcast anymore. Because I don't believe in censorship. But thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Peace.